What's up? What's up, guys? Whoa, hold on a second. It usually helps if I mute the other screen. Sorry about that. How you doing, guys? It's Electro Jet here with a late episode of Aftermath. And when I say late, usually I'll do this on a Monday or a Sunday after a Saturday fight. That being said, I want to start off today talking about this gentleman right here, Gary Russell Jr. A good boxer, a champion, he was up until this past Saturday. But a lot has gone on since Saturday. He has posted a few comments about the fight and what has happened and how he feels he has been uh, robbed. I don't understand where he can come up with something like that. In my opinion, he lost fairly. He lost quite securely. No, what's the word I'm looking at? He lost quite definitively. I feel that one of the judges wasn't watching the same fight as the other two judges, but one of the judges scored it a draw, but the other two judges totally flipped that shit right over and had the fight just about where I had it, which was it was close, but not that close. I feel Maxeo definitely won hands down. I think Maxeo could have done better, but my thing is this. As you can see, as how I started off the how I'm starting off with this is let's just let's just play something that has really been bothering me. Let me find it real quick because this has definitely bothered me. Let me find it. I'll put it up here in a second. Here it is, right here. And I'd like to thank FightHype.com for their footage and everything like that, but I'm gonna share screens. Hi, baby. How you doing? Iceman, what's up, brother? How you doing? Welcome to the aftermath. You know what it is. Katie Kaboom 85. That happens to be my wife, Iceman. So yeah, yeah. Even my wife says yeah, everyone thinks they were robbed. Yeah, well, you know what? But let's just play something here. Let me share screens. Um, and I want to play this. Here we go. Let's just play it. Can hopefully you guys can hear everything. So
Yeah, hey Slim, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Politics is a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I beat that boy at least 10 rounds or two. 9 degree, man. Man, took old boy to school, man. I don't know, man. It is what it is, man. I just want to come on and show y'all some love, man. To the real supporters, you know what I'm saying? To the real fans, man. I appreciate it. Y'all seen what it was, man. They been trying to get the nigga out the way, I guess. I don't know. But it is what it is, man. To the fans, man, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm a true dog at the end of the day, though. I've been fucked my arm up like 2 weeks before the game. Man, we put the work in. Still fought, and to be honest with you, I outclassed them, outschooled them, outboxed them with one motherfucking arm. One arm, I got hold to intimidate my shit. This shit, man. To the fans, I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Y'all know what time it is, man. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Appreciate y'all, man.
So you tell me, is Gary Russell Jr. delusional, or is he right? Has politics played a part in what happened this past Saturday? Do you think politics had something to do with him losing and Magseo getting the championship? Yes, Katie, can you hear me? Can you hear everything okay here? So my problem is this: I watched the fight in its entirety. I actually got a chance to catch all three fights, but I wasn't able to watch all the fight. I had to take care of stuff. I had to prep for Sunday gravy on Saturday. We prep food and stuff, and then get it ready for the next day to cook. So that's what we were doing. So it was important, but in no way did I see a uh, a mishandling of Gary Russell and Magseo. I thought the fight was fair. I thought the fight was judged fairly. Like I said, except for the one judge that said it was a draw. I can't believe now. If you guys have watched, I put a video up already. The video I put up the next day after the fight. Hopefully, you'll go back and watch it and see what I'm talking about. But I do rebuttal points to each one of the points that Hype had did on the interview that they got off of Gary Russell. You had it 9-3, Mag Sale, yeah. Well, that sounds about right because I had it. Let's see. I got you guys know I got my trusty scorecard right here, man. And Iceman, I had it 8. I had it 8-4, and I was being generous. I feel I was being generous because there were two rounds that I felt were so close that I didn't want to. I didn't want to give either side an advantage. So instead of giving them 9 points, I gave both fighters 10 points for the round. It was that close. So that's what I did. So I came up with a score of 117-114. All right. And that's points. And that's because I gave two rounds, both of them I gave them 10 points. At no time did I give any fighter an 8-point round. Both fighters, if they lost that round, they got a 9-point round. So I think I was being more than fair. Here is my fight card. That's how I scored it. All right. Oh, your brother had it 8-4. Yeah, see, that's what I had. I had 8-4. Now, I don't see where he feels that he had 10 rounds to do. Jed, what's up, Outlaw? How you doing, brother? How you doing? If you guys want to talk about this a little later, I just want to get some stuff off my mind. I'll throw up the link in a little while. But my thing is this. I don't see how Gary Russell Jr. can feel he won 10-2 or 9-3. I don't get it. At no point in the fight, except for at the most 3 to 4 rounds where he had the upper hand. That being said, um, I think I gave the first 3 rounds. I'm not going to go through all of it, but I gave the first 3 rounds to Magseo. Magseo, in my opinion, controlled the first 3 rounds, and then I gave round 4 to Gary Russell Jr. That being said, yes, he did. Yes, he did. Gary Russell did do good with just one arm. But if you're going to go into a fight, I'm not going to give anybody a break. And I don't know, you could judge me for this. Hopefully you don't. You could judge me for this. If you're going to go into a fight gimped, that's on you. That's on you. Don't give us excuses. Don't preemptively strike with excuses that you had ring rust. That's probably why your fucking arm got hurt in the middle of the fight because you have not been active in 2 years. You were 2 weeks shy of 2 years without a fight. You don't think that might have had a factor into what happened to you? You don't think maybe, just maybe, yeah, you hurt your arm because of the inactivity? I don't care how much working out you do. I don't care how much working out you do. In the midst of a real fight, that's different, man. That is different. There's a lot of variables you can't account for. Yeah, you're gonna sit here and try to justify saying people, yeah, you were robbed. Get the fuck out of here. All right, I got to cut out the language and stuff because I'm closely approaching 1,000 subscribers, and I want to be able to get monetized. So I don't want to fuck that up. God damn it! Stop it. Anyway, that all being said, why is Gary Russell Jr. going around saying he was robbed? I can't see it. And I don't think a majority of fight fans can see it either. The only people that I think that can see a robbery of any kind are Gary Russell nut hangers. It's just that simple. Those are the only people that I can see that would say or come close to saying that Gary was robbed. You know, if you're that fanatical over a fighter that hasn't fought in 2 years, that has kept the title held hostage for 2 years with inactivity. I've said this so many times already on so many different so many different streams. You can't have that title that long, you know, and be inactive. And how do you consider yourself a legitimate champion? I don't feel you can call yourself a legitimate champion without defending the title. And there's no excuse for no fights. I've talked with your brother on H Money's on H Money stream. I don't want to hear the excuses, man. You know, do the work. You know, you're fighting over money. If you're not fighting because of lack of money, that's on you. You know, that's on you. If you put the work in and you get the fights out there, you will end up coming out with a profit, man. If you're as good as you say you are. And from what I've seen, you're a good boxer. You're a hell of a good boxer. So what is your hesitation about boxing? Now I think let's see, what's it? Hey, hold on a second. What was here? What did you say? Iceman boxing with Sean had Russell winning. Yeah, no. And he was wrong. And he was wrong by a long shot. Now I'm going to tell you the where I was pissed off is that there was plenty of times for Maxeo to fucking capitalize on Gary Russell Jr. and he didn't. There lies the inexperience of Maxeo, and he can't do that. That will cost him later on if he continues to fight that way as a champion, because he won't be a champion too long. He'll probably be a champion about as long as Kiko Martinez. Just saying. Just saying. Guys, if you can, please like and share the video. Let's get the word out that I'm out there and I'm live, because I'd like to get more people up in here, and we'll talk about this once I put the link up there. But I don't get how this man could think he was robbed. What I want to do is and I will do it eventually. I want to go round for round with this fight, and I want to see how people are going to score Gary with more than 4 rounds. I really want to see a legitimate. You see how I score boxing matches is this part of the glove has to hit the head, the chest, the shoulders, the front part of the shoulders, the stomach, above the belt. All right. That's how I score points. Now, if your glove, now mind you, this is how I'm scoring the points. If your glove hits your opponent's arm, the gloves, the back of the head, the back at all, I'm not giving you a fucking point. I don't care how many punches you throw. If they're not landing in the zone that I think should be pointed, you're not getting a point. Not from me. All right. And that's how I judge my fights. But I'm not going to give a boxer points for throwing so many punches and only landing on your opponent's arms. No. I don't care how you could throw 100 punches. And if you only land one of those punches, you're only going to get scored for one of those punches. I don't give a fuck that you threw so many punches. You know, I know. Yeah, right, Iceman. I know, I know that's how Leonard, Sugar Ray Leonard, won a couple of his fights because he threw punches and bunches at the end of it. He would win it. He would win rounds, and it's a slick way to do it. He would win rounds at the end of the fight in the last round by throwing a flurry of punches in the last 10 seconds of a fight. So people would think, oh, yeah, this guy's bad. But, I knew better. But, sometimes the judges let that shit slide and they'll give a round or two to that person. That's not how it works for me. I really do try to watch for that shit, which is why I think I get a lot of shit for the scores that I give. When I saw the Haney JoJo fight, I saw Haney hitting JoJo on the arms and gloves and on the elbow more because I thought JoJo had excellent defense up there. He was guarding himself. And again, what JoJo's problem is that he didn't capitalize when he had Haney in the corner. He never let go. He never hunkered down and just let go of those punches, which is why he lost. When I saw the Cruz Davis fight, again, everyone was saying that Davis was beating on Cruz, and no, that's not it. Cruz had excellent defense. Davis was hitting Cruz's arms and gloves. I'm not giving points for that type of fighting. I want legitimate scoring. I want you to touch the face, touch the chest and shoulders, touch the body with your glove, not with your opponent's glove or with your opponent's elbows. No, you're not going to get a point from me. I wish I was a judge so I could like teach these motherfuckers what to look for. Again with the cussing, I gotta stop that. But I digress. Let's keep it to Gary Russell and Mag Sale. Now, I really want to know what people think and if they feel that this was highway robbery or not too. I wanted to get my take on it and how I score. I wanted to get that out there first. But I'm going to throw the link up there. Hopefully somebody will join me. Here's the link. Copy. I'll paste. If anyone wants to come up here and join me and talk, because if you have a legitimate argument with me, if you want to debate this, that's more than fine. I'm not going to get into an argument. We could have a discussion about it. Please don't be disrespectful. Don't do the yelling and stuff like that, because this is not other people's stream. This is my stream, so I want it respectful and I want conversations to happen. So you're more than welcome to come up. We can discuss it. If you agree with me or if you disagree with me, I'd like to hear your opinion on this. My thing is, I can't understand, and I really want to know, do you guys think that Gary Russell Jr. is delusional? Or do you think he's misunderstood? Do you believe what he's saying? Because I've watched a lot of different channels, and yes, I've heard both sides, but the majority says that Gary Russell Jr. lost that fight, hands down. No doubt about it. That's the majority. But I have listened to some of them arguments where people say he was robbed, and I really can't fathom that. But I didn't get a chance to argue the fact with them. I didn't get a chance to debate with them. In this channel, you can debate with me about it, and that's what it will be, is a debate, a discussion. It's not going to be an argument, because I'm not going to sit here and argue anything with you. We will be respectful, and I will be respectful. That's for damn sure. But if anyone wants to come up, you're more than welcome to come up. Um, Another thing I want to say, listen, I got a friend of mine's channel that I really want people to start following. If you can, please follow Jedi. The name of his channel, I'm going to link his channel right now. Hold on a second. Let me get it. I got to pull this up. I don't know why I never have it ready when I need it. Here we go. Copy. I want to make sure, please go to my, this is like a brother to me. Go to his channel and please like and subscribe to his videos and stuff like that. Check out my homeboy right there. That's Jedi. It's under the name Reanime Studios, and please check him out. One of the best people you can know on the internet and on YouTube. Good guy. But yeah, let's see if we can't get anything going up here. I'll be more than happy to talk about other stuff. But I really want to discuss Gary Russell Jr. I want to discuss boxing as of the past few weeks. I haven't done a live in a few weeks, and I want to get out there and talk about boxing. Today is the first chance I get to actually go live and hang out with you guys. I've been on a few streams, and I just haven't been able to go live on my channel. Not for any technical reasons. It's just I've been busy. Plus I've been a little under the weather. Iceman, how have you been, brother? And I did tell you thank you for what you did the last time I was live. I appreciate that. And man, it really meant a lot to me, Iceman. It really, really did. The point of it was, man, yeah, it meant a lot, brother. So I'm just saying that. It just meant a lot what you did. I only got three. It's showing me only three people here. Hopefully, we can get some more people in. But I also want to talk about fights coming up. I also heard that we might. I don't know if this is true or not, because I haven't gotten a confirmation of this. It's just like rumor, but I heard that we might possibly get a Charlo Canelo fight. Is that true? Does anyone know what the update on that is? Because I would like to know. If we're gonna have a Charlo Canelo fight, that's gonna be that would be good. That would be good. That would shut a lot of people up. And I do think that if Charlo and Canelo meet up, I do believe Canelo would come on top on that one. I believe Canelo would win that, and I believe he would win by stoppage. I do think he would beat Charlo by stoppage. It won't go 12 in my opinion. At the most, I think it'll go to 11. At the most, I think it would go to 11. Another thing that's been in the news lately, in boxing news, is the step aside money going to AJ. Listen, here's my take on that. First of all, AJ denied it himself. AJ denied that he was offered step aside money himself. Can we stop with this narrative already? Let's look at it this way. If you're going to give 15 million pounds to AJ to step aside for Usyk to fight Fury, that means that Dillian White is going to get between $5 and $8 million of his own. That'll be his biggest payday without even having to fight. That shit's not going to happen. On top of that, where's the profit going to come from? Do you really think that they're going to sell? Do you think that they're going to sell more than 250, 300,000 units on pay-per-view? For them to make a fucking profit, they would have to do more than 1 million units sold on pay-per-view. Do you think that's gonna fucking happen? So stop with this narrative about AJ taking 15 million pounds step aside money. It's not gonna fucking happen. Stop it. Just stop it. I think I'm pissing people off now. I'm sorry about pissing y'all off. This is just how I feel. I was gonna play my other video. I should until we get some more people here. If y'all haven't seen it yet, let me go ahead and share screens on this. This was the day after the fight. Let me get this up here. Pause. This was the day after the fight. If anyone wants to come up and talk, stop. Copy. If anyone wants to come up and discuss with me the recent events, I'll be more than happy to talk with you. There you go. More than welcome to come up here if you want to talk with me. But until then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this video up. You'll be hearing me in the background. If anyone has any points or has any questions about the video, you're more than welcome. Let me put that full screen. Hey everybody. First thing I want to stop that. Share screens. This is a video I put out on Sunday, just so you understand. And I'm still here live. Hey everybody. First thing I want to say is that I'm going to be using footage from FightHype.com. And I'm going to be using their video, and it's for educational purposes only. I want to say kudos to them for getting the interview from Gary Russell from last night's fight, and let's see what Gary had to say.
He's the man, the man with the charm, the dude with the glasses and the lady on his arm.
Feeds back up, so you can have some space to breathe. First of all, congratulations, Gary, for a great fight. What are your thoughts?
I won 10 rounds to 2, 9 rounds to 3. I outboxed him. Hurt my arm. I knew my arm was hurt coming into the fight. You know.
I don't know what fight you were at last night, but the fight I saw, you at no point were ever ahead, Mr. Russell. At best, 7-5, but I had it 8-4, and I had it 117 to 114 in Maxau's favor. I don't know what you're talking about. And this injury, you're coming up with the excuses already. I can't believe this. Let's continue before I go on. Let's continue.
I already stated that I had an injury coming in. I just didn't want to reveal what the injury was. Caught a slight head bunt earlier in the fight, but small things to a giant. I still believe that I outboxed him, outclassed him, outskilled him. At least, like I say, 9 rounds to 3, 10 rounds to 2, hands down.
Outboxed him, outclassed him. All right, let's get a few facts out. First of all, Maxau was outperforming you at the very least 2-1. At the very least 2-1. At some points 3-1 up until round 8. Let's get that out of the way. He was throwing more punches. He was landing more punches, and he was being more accurate with his punches than you were. All right. You didn't even start fighting until the fourth round. So what happened between rounds 1 and 3? What happened there? Because I had Maxwell the whole time. He won the first 3 rounds, hands down. And you were a no-show for those 3 rounds. I did give you round 4. Let's take a look at my scorecard. And just so everybody understands, I do score in both ways because I've been trying to to do more of the point system. And that being said, I do both scorecards. So that was that. This is my scorecard for last night. All right. So not only did I do it by the rounds, I also did it by points. At no time did I see you have an 8-point round, Gary. I gave you that much. You did not have an 8-point round. You came close because there were 2 rounds where he stopped you in your tracks. But I digress. Let's continue with the interview.
Did you have to go to a plan after the injury, like a plan B, plan C kind of thing?
Um, it wasn't even a plan B, plan C type thing. It was more so that I knew that my skill set was just much more superior than his. You know, he couldn't hit me. I was able to land my shots at will whenever I wanted to punch. I was able to control the real estate when I wanted to. If he wanted to fire any shot, I'll slide in, smother him, take away any type of effective shot that he attempted to try to throw.
Is that so? That's interesting. Um, in round 5, he hit you with such a hard punch, all right, that you stopped in your tracks. And the same thing happened in round 10. So he was not able to hit you at all. You outboxed him. You know, not only did he throw double your punches, at least double your punches, some rounds triple your punches, but on top of that, he never hit you. Whew. Gary, come on. At what point are you? At what point are you gonna stop spewing out the bullshit? Let's continue.
um, my ring generalship and everything, my boxing IQ, it spoke for itself. I wonder what the fans got to say about this. I wonder what the fans got to say about what the judges is saying.
Well, Gary, I'm a fight fan. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm a fight fan. I actually, you know, I had predicted that you would lose because you didn't show for weight. You didn't make weight, and you had to continue to make weight up until a couple hours later after the weigh-in. So come on, what happened? What happened to Kid Galahad? Same shit. Stop with the excuses. You were ill prepared because you had ring rust. You cannot be on a 2-year hiatus. I don't care how you spew it. I don't care how you say it. You had serious degradation of your boxing skills, which is why you got beat last night. You didn't get beat up. No, not by a long shot, but you definitely got beat. And it was more than obvious that you got beat. Now, I don't know what fight that one judge said that they had it a draw, but I'm glad the other two judges, had some sense about them. But you can't be on a 2-year hiatus. There's no excuse for not defending the belt, at least once a year. And I personally think you should be fighting 3 times a year. Gary, I think you got a lot of potential. I think that you can be champion. I think you deserve to be champion, but we as fight fans deserve to get fucking more productivity out of you than what you have given us for the past 2 years. You basically held that belt hostage. I don't care how you spew it. There was no excuse for no fights in 2 years. Let's continue.
Because I'm pretty sure a lot of the fans would disagree.
Were you surprised at the decision when they announced?
Of course, I was surprised at the decision.
You weren't surprised at the decision. You didn't even have a surprised look on your face when you knew they were going to call him the winner. You already knew it. You were not surprised last night. And let's remember, I'm a fight fan, and the fight I seen, you lost, man. You lost hands down. Like I said, you didn't get your ass kicked, but you lost hands down. And you still put up a fight because I got you winning round 12. I had you winning round 12 and round 9. Because the 2 rounds that I gave you were round 4 and round 8. 4, 8, 9, and 12 is what I gave you. So, just saying. Let's continue.
I'm a warrior at the end of the day. I knew I had an injury. I refused to postpone this fight after almost a 2-year layoff. I wanted to get back in there and display my skill set. I believe that I did so with one arm, with a tough opponent. And, like I say, 10 rounds of 2, 9 rounds of 3, hands down.
Yesterday, we talked about you never being 100% when you step into the ring.
Mm-hmm.
But do you regret now coming to the fight that injured, that compromised?
No, I don't regret it because I got an opportunity to show the fans what I can really truly do. I'm a real champion at the end of the day. I don't regret it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fans that's gonna be disappointed at the decision. In the way that the judges has called this thing. But it's also gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be like, hey, Gary is definitely the truth. I truly believe I won the fight. Like I say, 9 rounds of 3, 10 rounds of 2. He couldn't touch me.
I don't know about the rest of you guys that are watching this video, but I'm getting flashbacks to T.O.P. Mo Sr. and the bullshit he was spewing to his son in the corner. I just don't know. I just don't know. And you going to a fight? Why did you continue? Why did you go to the fight if you were injured? Why not give yourself a chance to heal? But let's continue.
The little scars that I possibly got on here. This was a head bunt. He landed maybe 2 solid clean shots for real in the entire fight that I can honestly think of.
Rounds 5 and 9.
I outclassed him the whole way through.
If and when you face him again, what will you be able to do healthy?
Oh, healthy. I'm gonna beat that ass even worse than what I did tonight. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Man, we definitely trying to see if we can get a rematch. Of course, I go and get this thing figured out. It was an injury that been haunting me for a long time. Before the 2008 Olympics, I had a torn tendon in it, and they wanted me to go and do surgery. I refused to go and get surgery and go under the knife. They told me that I was able to strengthen the muscles around it to actually protect it. That's what I was able to do throughout the duration of my career.
Anybody else smelling the bullshit? Anyway. So you've had this injury since 2008, since the Olympics. All right. Yet you fought with the injury throughout your entire career. And it's just now affecting you? Could it possibly be that you were gone for 2 years. You didn't fight for 2 years, and you were just trying to preemptively strike with a bullshit excuse about your arm not being 100%, just in case you lose. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
And I heard it 2 weeks into, well, 2 weeks out from today. You know, if you actually pay attention to some of my interviews, you can actually probably see me wearing a sling in some of my interviews. Just a little white thing across my shoulder. I was I was real careful about you actually being able to see my arm in the sling, but you can see the little white thing across my shoulder in some of my interviews that
If you
I've
can't
done.
get the rematch, what's next? Like, where do you go? Do you stay at 126? Do you go up?
Man, I go up. I go up. I can fluctuate. Like I said, I was always willing to move up and fluctuate my weight.
Now that's a good thing to hear, because we would love to see you go up in weight. I have no problem with Gary Russell Jr. I think he's an excellent champion. I think he's an excellent fighter. I think that, you know, um, I think he had ring rust, and I think he shouldn't have. I don't, if he was injured like he says he was, he shouldn't have. He shouldn't have continued with the fight. So no excuses. Lomachenko fought with an injured arm, lost the belt. He didn't bitch about it too much. He proved that he had a shoulder injury, and we saw the results and the surgery and everything like that. Teofimo said that he was injured. He had health issues before he got into the fight with Cambosis. He lost. So it is what it is. His dad was talking much smack as you are right now, but yeah, maybe you should go up in weight, and I truly think that you will be able to retain a couple of belts. I fully expect you to be able to go out there and get a couple more belts at a different weight. You're an excellent boxer. You have the skills. You just cannot take those 2-year hiatuses. You need to give your fans what they want. They want to see you fight. They want to see you fight, and if they're going to pay for pay-per-view, they want to see a good fight. Nothing else to say on that. Let's continue.
As long as we was able to compete against a champion, some of the best, they had adversity. What's life without adversity?
If you
What's
can
your
get
opinion on-
anybody,
Last question, guys.
if you can get anybody in the ring, moving up, who would it be?
The same people I've been wanting, Javante Tank Davis or a rematch with Vasily Lomachenko.
Why do you think you didn't?
You really want that smoke from Lomachenko? Really? Yeah. What happened the last time? All right, let me not get into that. I digress. But you really want that smoke? Fair enough. Move up and wait. Let's see what you can do. I have faith in you, man. I do. I do have faith in you that you're gonna get more belts. But you gotta have the drive, man. You gotta not just be in the gym, but you gotta get in the ring. You gotta fight those opponents without making excuses. And if you have to sacrifice a couple of dollars here and there and not get that giant payday that all these boxers are asking for, and just fucking get out there and do the work, yeah, I think you got an excellent chance of becoming champion again at a different weight class. Continuing.
Get the nod.
Last question. All right.
So those are my thoughts and my statements to. I'm over here talking, and I forgot to put my my mic on. Wow. I do gotta say it's kind of disappointing. But I'll put this video up later on. I'll put this video up later on, and maybe we can discuss through chat. And once you guys rewatch it, and you tell me what you think about everything, I'm gonna go on for at least another 9 minutes. If I get no one to come on here and discuss this with me, I thought I'd get more people in here, but it is what it is. So I really do want to discuss is Canelo really in talks with is it with with Charlo or Chocolatito? I can't remember. I have to look that up. But yeah, I'd really like to know if Canelo is really in negotiations because I thought he was going to go up and wait this week. Oh wait, this weekend we got the Mutaba fight. Yeah, we got the. How many people are going to go watch that? I'm not paying for it. Sorry, I'm not going to pay for it. I like the guy, but I'm not a fan. I'm not that big of a fan, so I'm not gonna waste $40 to go see that. I pick and choose the streams that I see. I'm only gonna support boxers that I like, and if I'm gonna spend money, it's gonna be the boxers I like, and it's only gonna be fights that I want to see. That's the only way you can truly support your boxers. I believe you should watch and pay for the fights you want to see. Um, Fuck all this bullshit about paying for all these different pay-per-views when they give you fights you don't want. You know, why should you pay between $40 and $70 for a fucking fight that you didn't want to see? You know, everybody wants to see Spence and Crawford, and we're not getting it. We're not getting it. If we don't get a Spence Crawford fight this year, I'm gonna be highly upset. Highly upset that we don't, because it's why aren't we going to get it? You know why? Because of the promoters. The promoters are so greedy. They just want those belts in their with them, and they don't want to share. They don't want to. They want to keep the belts in house, and that pisses me off because this is the fans that are paying for this. You know, I wish there was a way we could fix that problem. I really do. Um, yeah, I'm too inexperienced with boxing and promoting and all that stuff. I don't know. I thought maybe there's a way for YouTube to come to step in and be able to, like, put these promoters in check, and the fans get together and say what fights they want, and we put the money together and get these fights done. But everyone laughs at me because it sounds like a crazy idea. I think it can work. It's just I'm not smart enough to figure out how it works. Because I think YouTube would need or the fans of YouTube, people, like, I was thinking, like, getting a bunch of YouTubers. Like, we got millions upon millions of YouTubers, people that watch YouTube, people that have accounts, people that are content creators, like myself, like Jedi and Unrivaled Boxing Talk and Brian Harkin. We got people we have millions of people like that. I just don't see why we can't have or make a change to boxing to where we get what we want more than these promoters do. And plus, I don't know how to word it right, so it is what it is. Okay, I'm counting down. I got 5 minutes left on this stream, and then I'll shut it down again if no one comes up. I got one person. I appreciate that one person coming up here and watching. I really do. Thank you very much. I'm getting closer to my goal of 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 784 now, guys. If we can, like I said, I'm trying to get to 1,000. So help me get there. Spread the word if you like my content. If you don't, then I understand. I'm not going to force you to. Wow, my chat, man. I'm wondering what I'm doing wrong today. My chat is empty today. But it's 9:41 a.m. and today is Tuesday, so it's the middle of the it's a work week. So that I'm pretty sure that has a lot to do with it. Maybe I'll stream again later on tonight. You got some streamers that stream like freaking all day. I can't do those 10-hour days on streaming. I'm not. I'm too old for that shit. But anyway, moving forward. I already let's see. I talked about Gary Russell Jr. and him not getting robbed. I'd like to. I gotta learn how to do those polls so I can put it up there and ask questions up there and see what people say on the polls. We talked about the step aside money and what kind of bullshit that is. I do have a question about the Canelo. Is it Canelo and Chocolatito or is it Canelo and Charlo that is in discussions and or if it's even true? I'd really like to know. I got to look that up personally. I should have looked it up. I got to do more homework. I was more focused on the Gary Russell thing. Um, we got Mutabo fight coming up this weekend. I'm definitely going to do the aftermath after that, possibly Sunday or Monday, and we'll discuss that fight. See if I can catch highlights or something like that of it. Um, but I'm definitely not paying for it because again, it's not one of my fighters, and yeah, yeah, you can't. You don't want to do nothing illegal. All right, that's it, guys. I think I'm gonna shut it down. Thank you for whoever came up. I appreciate Iceman coming in. I appreciate Wowit's expert coming in and saying his part. Thank you very much. Peace out, everybody. Much love, and be nice to each other. Be kind to each other. Show love and not hate. Uh, Peace out. Love you guys. Wait. Felipe, what's up? Wash hands. What do you mean you wash your hands?